Hey everybody, Paul here from Warden's Farm. I'm out here at the Cypress Creek Apiary. It's February 23rd. It's a little afternoon. It's 60 degrees. It's a beautiful day to be out here. We're going to get out here and we're going to try to equalize the 4 hives that we got here. None of them have deep boxes, and I'm going to try to fix that. And we're going to try to split each hive up so that they're all equal, with the same amount of frames of brood, same amount of frames of food. I'll be feeding them 1-to-1 sugar water. If they don't have anything going on in the top box, I'm going to move brood up, and hopefully that will force the bees to move up to the top box. If they're all in the top box, I'm going to move them down to the bottom box and pull a frame of brood up and try to force the bees to expand that so that they can start laying more brood. By giving the beehives more 1-to-1 sugar water, it should stimulate the queen to get her laying more. She's probably already doing that, as I haven't been in the hives out here for a while. So we're getting ready to get out here and get into that. So let's go look at them and see what's going on. I haven't been in them a while, not a detailed inspection. So that's why we're going to get in there. We're going to equalize them and go from there. So one of the things, if you can see the hives down here, is the wooden ware is all mixed up from when we combined hives and everything. We being me and Ben from Sandy Bottom Bees. So I'm going to come out here. I'm going to try to put all the wooden ware that's waxed in one stand, all the stuff that's not in the other. Try to get the colors closer together, all that stuff. You leave the bees in, you just change the hardware out, that's all. So that's one of the things I'm going to do, as well as getting in there and trying to equalize the hives. So let's go get this thing started. Hive position 24. I got to put the tag on the boards yet. We've added a lot of positions for hives out here. So, because at my main apiary, we have all the positions marked up through 20. This will be 21 through 35 out here. So this position is 24. So I'm gonna give these bees just a hair of smoke. Get this hive tool out of my hand where I can do it. Let them know that, hey, we're coming in. Take off this cover. And what I wanna do is take this box, and I'm gonna take another box, and we're gonna switch frames. Take the frames out of here, put it in that box, put it back on, and then hopefully add a deep. So first, let's get under here and see what's happening under here. And there are a lot of bees, a lot of moisture in this hive. So since we took the cover off, we got a lot of bees here eating. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on, but I'm going to take the candy board off because I want to get underneath here and see what's happening. So we'll leave the bees in there that are eating. Set them on top of the outer cover. And this way I can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 frames of bees. So there's a lot of bees in this box. So I don't want to disturb these too much. So we'll give them a short blast of smoke. Try to put them down. Woo, there went the lid. Get back in there. There we go. Give them a short blast of smoke. Let's move that so it don't keep blowing in our faces and in the camera. So that just pushed the bees down a little bit, where I can now see what's going on below as well. And in this box, we have a cluster of bees right here in the center. So I'm just wanting to see real quick, without doing too much disturbance, how much honey, a little bit of honey, We're going to push that away from everything else. Yeah, there's no food by that. So let's check this one out. This has drone brood. You can see the drone brood right there, just beginning to hatch out. So that's going to mean we got drones. There's pollen and nectar in here, and nothing but nectar and old honey on that side. Let's check this next frame real quick. You want to be as quick as possible. Drone frame, all drones. A little bit of brood. I don't see the queen. And she's got eggs and larvae in just about all the cells. I'm just counting frames. There's brood here, drones. A lot of brood in the center there. Some of it's hatched. Drone brood's mixed. No queen cells. But there is larvae and eggs in every cell. Let me see if the queen's on this one. A lot of drones now. This hive's going to need to be split soon. Oh yeah, look at the drones. So some of this could be moved into a weaker hive. This is a food frame. You can see all the food that's been consumed except on the outside. Same on this side. It's all consumed food. The bees are actually in there cleaning out the cells. The next frame is a food frame. Then a lot of food, full frame of food. Full frame of food, a little bit of food. Since that's food and food, we're gonna move the food closer to the bees. So this outside frame is actually gonna stay right there. We're gonna just move these frames closer than what this frame is, because this doesn't have a lot of food. Make sure there's no eggs in it. There's not. This one has more food, so we're pushing that closer. And we're going to take this off and check our bottom board. And this doesn't have hive handles here on the front. So that looks good. So we're going to take a deep and we're going to give it to them. Okay. We'll get this all nice and even on the back and on the front. Thing here needs to get fixed. So let's clean out the garbage right here. Get that out of there, all these dead bees. Now we can set the entrance down. Put the bee box on top. So since these are all new frames, I'm actually going to take some of the new ones out and we're going to give them frames with comb. That will make them want to build quicker. So every other frame. What I want to do in this box is I'm going to take all the frames out and I'm going to put them in this other one to start equalizing the boxes. There we go. This other medium's probably got the queen on it, so I'll put that medium under this deep, the deep on that one, and then this on top of that one. So that way we got the wooden ware, all looking the same. And one last frame. That's got a lot of old honey and nothing, so we'll put the honey facing in. All right. And we'll take this box. Let's get the bees out of it and into there. Good. So now we want to take that box with the queen. We're going to move you to the side real quick. Sorry about that. We got to do some rearranging again. Get that down. Now we have the queen on the bottom and all her bees that are here. Then we're moving the deep on. For the bees to move around and fill out. The candy board back on. I just squashed a bee almost on my bee suit, which that would make her want to sting me. This hive is pretty much the way I want it, except for the bottom board and the feeder. We got to still add the feeder yet, so what's good is now all this hardware is almost the same. So here's a recap of what happened out here at Cypress Creek. Going through all the hives, one of the hives, deep box, was honey bound. No space in it at all, just honey on a lot of deformed comb. So I took some of that out and I replaced it with comb from another box that I brought that has no defects, no honey in it. It'll give the bees a place to put some of the honey. And that's in the third hive down that you can see, 1, 2, 3. That has the block pointing upwards. The reason for that is it's got queen cells. And then the final box down, she's doing all right, could use a little help. I equalized out the very first hive closest to you. It's all the same type of material. It does need the waxed bottom board, so I'll have to bring that out here the next time. The next two hives are fine. The one all the way on the end is fine as far as woodware goes. The two closest to us were just about out of space, so I added a box on each one and I pulled the frame up and went ahead and hoped that the bees will move up into it. We'll see when we come out in 2 weeks. The blue and yellow hive, we're gonna have to come out in a week, and we're gonna have to check that hive to see that it's got a queen. It had very little brood, but 2 queen cells. One was hatched, one was unhatched, because there are drones in all the beehives here, so that's a good thing. So if a queen does hatch to get made, it has a chance to get mated if it hatches out, or if the one that hatched out too early might have froze. I don't know, I didn't check. We had cold weather for the last week. She might have stayed inside. It got warm again today. Maybe they went out, who knows? But it's gonna be warm again tomorrow. So we'll find out in a week, we'll come back. That shell will that queen cell will probably be hatched because it looked like it was real close. If I peeled off the cap of it, I'd bet a new queen would have walked out, but I didn't want that to happen. I'm gonna let it happen naturally. So 1 week from today, we gotta be out here and check it again. Make sure it's got a queen. All the other hives are queen right. They all got a lot of brood. They all got drones. bees of all different ages in it. It's a really good looking hive between the rest of them. So that's it. Paul's from Warden Farm. Have a blessed day. Next time I see you, we'll probably be at my apiary back at my house. Take care and God bless.